Hello, my name is Captain Anita Naylor, and I'll be narrating this short video today. This video has been provided to help organizations garner an understanding of NPS's MBA Enterprise Sourcing Capstone Course project, which is being done in collaboration with the MITRE Corporation, a not-for-profit FFRDC. Today's short video will first explain some protest-related data, provide an overview of the tool that MITRE has developed, and finally provide additional insight on what value the NPS students are bringing to this project. After viewing this video, the NPS students would greatly appreciate any feedback you can provide on the tool. Let's get started. Are you tired of getting a protest for your requirement? Do you think that one protest is too many? According to the GAO's Bid Protest Annual Report to Congress for fiscal year 2019, there were 2,198 protest actions filed in fiscal year 2019. This means that during the fiscal year, the federal government receives an average of 8 protests per day. At a minimum, the contracting and legal teams are going to have to spend a couple of hours to try and prepare a response and resolve the issue at the lowest level possible. But there are instances, depending on the grounds for the protest action, that a resolution could take up to 100 days to process. Imagine all the additional work, wasted time, and most importantly, the delay to the mission that a protest action has inflicted to the organization. It is just unacceptable. What if there's a tool that can help reduce these numbers? What if there's a way for an acquisition professional to assess risk of a contract action in real time and employ corrective actions before a contracting officer signs off on potentially protestable contract actions? What if there's a report that leadership could look at to make a more informed decision based on facts and GAO-proof solutions? What if I tell you that such a tool exists and you have the power to make it better? Introducing the Contract Protest Analytic Tool, CPAT. CPAT aims to be a data-driven application that helps assess and mitigate contract protest occurrence. Currently, the goal of CPAT is to be a one-stop shop that will allow you to learn about protest categories and explore protest grounds without conducting an extensive search on different websites, such as the GAO, allow you to focus your search into more specific protest grounds by answering questions related to your query, and allow you to navigate and identify litigation risks based on the current acquisition phase that you are on. In the following slides, I will show you a quick demo of the tool's current capabilities, starting with the first pathway. The first pathway CPAT has is focused on a more self-guided approach where you can look at each subcategory you think may be relevant to your acquisition. After clicking on the first pathway, you are taken to the periodic table of protest categories. Clicking on the question mark on each subcategory provides a summary document. Items such as risk rating, frequency of occurrence, and severity of corrective actions are listed at the top. Hotspots found in case law and prescriptions on how to avoid these issues are listed below. The second pathway allows the user to answer questions within a subcategory to help target specific issues within that area. After clicking on the second pathway, you are once again taken back to the periodic table of protest categories. This time, the user will click on the title of the category to bring up the questionnaire. Depending on the subcategory selected, the number of questions ranges from 7 to 75. Some questions are skipped depending on the answer to previous questions. The right side of the screen shows similar information to the hotspot information that relates to the question being answered. Finally, the third pathway is organized by acquisition phase. After clicking on the third pathway, you are prompted to select which phase of the acquisition cycle you are in. After selecting your acquisition phase, this pre-screening questionnaire must be answered. And after selecting the phase and answering these questions, you are taken to a screen with the similar questions as in Pathway 2. Depending on the phase and how you answered the pre-screening questionnaire, the number of questions ranges from 50 to 220. Based on the answers to the questions, different subcategories will be highlighted on the periodic table of protest categories as potential hotspots, as can be seen in this next chart. Future ideas for what CPAT could be are being able to predict the percentage of risk of protest based on the situation and the type of contract action that a contracting officer or decision maker would want to pursue, provide a print or a brief report that would serve as supporting documentation for the decision or contract action that will be made, and integrate into the contract writing system as an additional feature to reduce additional work for contracting professionals when they are trying to assess risks. Currently, the Naval Postgraduate School has a CRADA with the MITRE Corporation. This partnership is being led by Master of Business Administration students. The primary objective of the CPAT Capstone project is to enhance the current state of the tool by providing diagnostic feedback in 6 different focus areas. However, the NPS students can't do this alone. We need your support, and here's how you can help. CPAT has real potential to be beneficial not only to the acquisition workforce, but the entire government. As leaders in your organizations, we need your support in gathering feedback on how this tool could help your workforce address protests. What do you value that is currently in the tool, and what do you need from the tool to endorse it to your workforce? Additionally, we are seeking input on what would be required of the tool for a government agency to feel comfortable taking over responsibility of the tool. It is MITRE's intention to give over all data rights to a U.S. government agency after the tool reaches maturity. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to discussing your feedback.